Is this working? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Apologies, having some issues. Tried to schedule this beforehand. It worked fine the last game I did, and for some reason this one. There we go. All right, we are live. Forgot to hit go live. I didn't realize that was an extra button I had to press. Apologies. All right, Birmingham's the home team. They are 3-1. Memphis is 0-4, including 0-3 in the conference. And Birmingham's 2-0 in the conference. All right, they went to commercial. Can't remember if they start at 7:05 or if they'll start like 7:10. Apologies, I had to click go live on OBS for some reason, which I've never had to do. And as I said, we'll try to keep an eye on the AHL game as well, but between the Chicago Wolves and Rockford Ice Hogs game 2, but I don't have TV for that, so. Alright, refresh. There we go. Apologies for the delay there. I never had that issue with OBS before. Just trying to schedule it out beforehand so I don't have to fill in all the tags after I go live. Alright, I know everybody's probably watching the draft, but figured other people watch the UFL, chat and YouTube as we watch together. Packers great Don Hudson jersey. Kind of looks like the Showboats colors, and also Hudson went to Alabama, so I thought it was a good tie-in. Well, I have to remember to take that extra step to click that go live button. I didn't know. I'll have to try and keep an eye on the draft too, but alright, we're about set to kick. It's 7:06 p.m. Central Time. Protective Stadium at Birmingham, Alabama. Well, I thought we were ready, but now we got another interview on the sideline. Skies look a little dark in Alabama. Dresser Wynn is your starter for Memphis. Yeah, we had some injured quarterbacks last week. Both quarterbacks got hurt in the game out. One of the games I did 3 of the 4 games last week. This is the only UFL game on over the air, on Fox tonight, as it is every Friday night. The other 3 games are on ESPN, so we'll not have those the rest of the weekend. All right. Here's the kick. Stallions are going left to right. On the return from the 5. It's Memphis between the hash and the numbers. Now between the hashes, up near the 30. 14:55 to go. And just underway. Again, Memphis in their white jerseys. They've got blue, shoulders or yokes. Blue helmets, white pants, blue socks. Stallions have their red jerseys and gold helmets, sort of goldish pants with red stripes and red socks. 1st and 10, in motion, in shotgun. He drops the snap, he picks it up, hands it to 34, who's going to battle and get a no gain, maybe a slight loss. It's kind of a busted play once the snap was fumbled. All right, let's go to plays. Let's see how quickly they update this. There's the kickoff. All right. Players to watch. Bradley Ane. Oh, sorry, they took him down. Snap, back to pass, throws to the right flat, and it's incomplete to 34, bringing up 3rd and 10 with 14:20. And now the clock is rolling as they spot the ball back in play. All right, again, Dresser win. I think they switched quarterbacks. I don't think they were one of the teams with an injury. But I believe Case Cookus is playing tonight, so that was for an injury. All right, under 14 to go. In shotgun, 2 receivers to the left and right. He's got a back to his right. Shotgun, fakes the handoff. Runs to the left. Throws downfield. And underthrows, and I just short of the receiver. Good job by number 9 coming back to the ball, but that ball was way underthrown. He was under pressure as he tried to deliver it from the left side. He had rolled far to his left. And at 13:30, clock rolling, and the punting unit is out for Memphis. The only team without a win yet in the UFL. 6 on the play clock. 3, 2, here's the snap. Steps forward, the punt is in the air. It bounces just inside the 40, taken at the 30 between the hash marks, and returned to about the 38-yard line where Birmingham gets their first drive with 13:05 in the first quarter. So a quick 3 and out. Dresser win. Couldn't get anything going. 2 incomplete passes and a run for no gain. Now we have Case Cookus, I believe, number 6. Shotgun, 2 back to each side. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Fake handoff, looks down the middle, launches it, way overthrown, inside the 20. The receiver wasn't even at the 25 yet. And it is Case Cookus. 12:59 to go before they spot the ball back in play. All right, Marable, the running back, number 11, and Kane, the wide receiver, number 8, are the offensive players to watch. Chambers and Ellis, 42 and 31, a linebacker and a safety, according to Fox TV. In shotgun, same formation. It's a handoff to the back. He goes nowhere. In fact, forward progress, he probably lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the home team, Birmingham, as well. 12:27 as they show the replay. Yeah, nothing there. As is usually the case if you haven't watched UFL much. They struggle to run the ball, I think, early. It gets there eventually. 3rd and 11. It was a loss of 1. We got 12:02. Play clock at 5 now. 12 minutes to go. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, throws left. He's got a receiver, but he overshot number 12, who is Jay Sternberger. If you're a Packers fan, you might remember that name. 11:54, 4th and 11, and Birmingham will punt. They have a 3 and out. He got like a couple fingers on it. He couldn't quite get it. Cook is not happy with himself for overthrowing it. Oh, I forgot. There's the punt. I just want to update the play-by-play. Apologies. Taken about the 13, and not much there on their turn. Maybe got the 17. 11:25 to go, first quarter. Whoops. Screwed something up there. So each team with a 3 and out and a punt so far. Don't have the punt yet. Take a quick look at, excuse me. Yeah, not much to show as far as stats. Dresser win 0 for 2. Case Cook is 0 for 2. Showboats rushing 1 attempt, no yards. Stallions 1 attempt, -1. Couple targets. Yeah, Sternberger and Davis, Prince and Adams. Oh yeah, Adams is pretty good. All right, defense. I believe there's a tackle for a loss. Yep, Steel Chambers. That's a heck of a name. Number 42 on the Showboats. Special teams. Yeah, not much. Wait, they say that punt was 24 yards? Was it that bad? Wait. Oh no. Apologies, that's the kick return on the opening kickoff. Apologies. All right, 41 yards and 50 yards. A little bit. Amari Rogers, another former Packer on the Stallions, 1 for 8. Isaiah Henney only 1 for 4 there. So they got the punt here now. Yes, they do. All right, let's check in on. Oh no, it's 1-0 Rockford already. Oh boy. This is an elimination game. Spencer Martin back in net, so is Drew Comesso, but it looks like, yeah, not even 2 minutes in, and Ice Hogs are on the board. Nolan Allen, Blackhawks defenseman, on the assist. Oh boy, if you're a Wolves fan, they need to turn it around in a hurry. Captain of the Showboat, help wanted. Todd Haley was our coach in 2023. He went 5-5. John Filippo, 2-8. Wisenhunt was 0-3. Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. They went through those so quick. Jim Turner is the coach now. Yeah, Wisenhunt, I think, was gone after he went 0-3. All right. From their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. It's closer to being picked. 11:22 before they spot the ball back in play. I'll make that Memphis ball now, not Birmingham. All right, 11-12. In shotgun, a back to his right, 3 receivers to his right, and 1 to his near side. And that's a handoff to the left, around the end. Takes a hit at the 21 and gets knocked out of bounds. Under 11 to go now. 10:56 as the clock continues to roll. 10:50, 3rd and 5. Dresser win again, the quarterback. I think they made a change. I don't think it was due to injury. When you're 0-4, kind of need to make a change. All right, 10:35. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, a back to his left. In shotgun, back to pass, looking right, throws down the sideline. He's got one open. He caught it in traffic. He's gone. 15-10, 5 touchdown. Number 4 at 10:21. D. Anderson. decent throw by Dresser Wynn. Great catch as he was tangled with the corner, the defender on Birmingham. All right, yeah. From the left hash mark, back to throw. Looked and threw down the sideline. Yeah, and he was beaten. Number 22 was late. Ball might have been just a hair underthrown, but he made the adjustment, caught it, and went the rest of the way. Nobody was going to catch him. So the Showboats strike first, and what will they do here on the conversion attempt? It says they're going for 2. They got 15 seconds. They're in shotgun, so from the 5, back to pass, looks right, throws into the end zone. That's got to be PI, and then they do throw it. So we'll do it again. Where do they mark this, though? All right, let me refresh this so we got the D play up here. So Dresser Wynn to Anderson for 78 yards. Yeah, okay. 10:32. All right. So we're still going to have another conversion try, but where is this going to be? I see Adams on the field. Jackson, he's a back. Adams is 9. Jackson is 36. Nice. Adams is split to the right. All right, it says 2-point attempt. Oh, they get it at the 1. Here's the handoff, and they punch it in. Jackson on the right hash mark. So thanks to the pass interference in the end zone, they get their 2-point attempt from the 1-yard line, and they punch it in. 10:21 to go, opening quarter. So second drive for Memphis is much better. Big play. 78 yards on 3rd and 5. And Dresser Wynn finds a receiver down the right side. All right. Birmingham gets it back, provided they don't fumble the kickoff. So see if they've got the conversion. Probably not. Oh, yeah, they do. Here's the DPI by Isom. So it's a 4-yard penalty, or, first and goal, I guess, at the 1. Because, say they had pass interference at, the 20. It's a 15-yard penalty like it is in college, and they wouldn't just give you half the distance and you had first and 10. At the 10, it would be first and goal from the 5, I've noticed. I don't know how they do it in college, but obviously NFL it would be half the distance, or a spot foul for the NFL. All right, let's check in on. Oh no, I checked. I guess I need to stop checking. Rockford's up 2-0 already. So it might be a quick exit for the Chicago Wolves. Korchinski, another player that was on the Blackhawks for some time this year. Him and Nolan Allen. And, of course, Levshunov had the game winner in overtime, if you weren't with us, for Game 1 in Chicago, or I should say Rosemont, where the Chicago Wolves play. The game went overtime, and Levshunov got the game winner. Man. Bad news if you're a Chicago Wolves fan. Oh, boy. So Dresser Wynn with a much better second drive. All right. Minute 4 of that possession, 3 plays. There's the kick, fielded inside the 10, taken to the left side, past the numbers, past the 30, past the 35, and about the 40, near the numbers on the far sideline at the 40. Good return, 10-10 to go in the opening quarter, in good field position, thanks to the Birmingham special teams coming up here for the offense. I think they're actually talking to Dresser Wynn, I believe. I think he's 12. All right, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to his right, 1 and a tight end to his left. It's a handoff to number 11. He gets hit at about the 44, I think they're going to give him. It was a handoff to the right side. Under 10 to go now in the first quarter. 2nd and 6. 9:50. Still in the huddle. Now they break the huddle. See Jay Sternberger out there. All right, Case Cookus, 2nd and 6. 3 to his left, 1 to his right, a back to his right. Shotgun, back to pass, looks right, steps to the left, dumps it to a back. He takes it to the 47, and he may have fumbled, but the ref immediately pointed at the ground that the ground caused the fumble after contact. So Birmingham catches a break, and they'll have a 3rd down and short. Probably 3 yards. Oops, let's update the plays. Apologies, keep forgetting to refresh. There's the last Marable. Okay, caught it and ran it. All right, 3rd and 3 from about the 47-yard line. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking left, rolls to his left. Throws down the left sideline, way out of bounds. 8:46 to go. So Cookus a little wild tonight. Couple overthrows. Clock's already rolling on 4th and 3, as I assume they're going to send out the punting unit. So 2 3-and-outs for Birmingham. A 3-and-out, and then a 3-play drive and an 8-0 lead for Memphis, the visitors. All right, the clock stopped at 8:30. Not sure what for. They're not showing. Maybe it was an injury. Maybe somebody was slow to get off the field. They didn't. I think somebody from Memphis, number 95. It looks like. All right, 4th and 3. Ball is between the 46 and 47. In punt formation from his left hash mark, back at the 32. Still 8:20, clock rolling. Here's the snap. Steps forward. There, the punt is away, and the returner moves away, and the ball bounces into the end zone for a touchback at 8:08. I believe where did they take it out on a punt? Is it the same as the kicks? If it's the same as the kicks, it's the 35. All right, let's try to refresh this. Yeah, Cookus. Incomplete. Short left into. Ball wasn't short. He overthrew him. What are they talking about? All right, well, I'm going to take a quick look. All right, well, at least they didn't give up a goal. Every time I've checked, there's been a Rockford goal. They must be at the first media timeout. Let me see if I can find their put. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I'm assuming must be. Ooh, wait, double minor on Levshunov. So are the Wolves maybe on a power play? You wouldn't know looking at the AHL's website. I don't know. Alright, we'll look again later. Oh, now the clock's rolling, 10:40. I'm assuming Chicago's on a power play. Alright, let's check in on the stats again. Alright, Dresser win. 1 for 4, a 78-yard touchdown. And Cookus 1 for 4, but a 3-yard pass. 5-yard run by Jalen Jackson before the 78-yard touchdown. Marable has a carry for 4. D. Anderson, the 1 catch for 78. Marable 1 for 3. Defense, a tackle for loss for Steele Chambers, and a pass breakup by Daniel Issam for Birmingham. Alright, looks like we're just about set. They're showing... Oh, it's a New Era commercial. Didn't realize. Alright. Like to check in on the draft, maybe at a quarter break or halftime. Pretty good throw by Dresser Wynn. Just a hair underthrown, but Anderson had his guy beat bad, and he slowed down just a hair, still caught it in stride, and then he was gone down the right sideline. Memphis ball at the 35 with 8:08. He's in shotgun with the back to his left, and they hand it off at the right hash mark. He gets stuffed and goes nowhere. Should be 2nd and 10. Under 8 to go now in the opening quarter. 7:50, 2nd and 10. Shotgun, receiver back to his right, and it's either false start or offsides on Birmingham. Birmingham definitely jumped, and that looks like what they're going to call. I think because they had to blow it dead because the Memphis left tackle moved as well. The right end, Anae, number 90, A-N-A-E. 8.5 penalties a game, 3rd most in the UFL, the Stallions. All right, 7:36, clock rolling. 2nd and 5 after the penalty. Under 7.5 remaining. Refresh the play-by-play here. In shotgun, tight end in motion. As a back to his right, he hands it off. It's a run to the left. He's got the first down past the 45. Number 34. Big run on 2nd and 5. Yeah. Good. Oh, yeah, he broke an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage and then got popped almost out of bounds. Total yards, 100 now for Memphis. Shotgun, back to pass, throws left, near the sideline. I think it's caught. Good fingertip catch by, I don't know if that's a wide receiver or tight end. 6:42, clock rolling. 2nd and 7, gain of 3. Memphis with an 8-point lead and the ball. From the 50, they need to get to the 43. Shotgun, back to pass, throws over the middle, first down, inside the 40, by the numbers, and finally tackled about the 35-yard line. Good throw, good catch and run, and yardage after the catch. Here's the replay. He caught it halfway between, it was number 86, he caught it halfway between the numbers and the left hash. All right, we are under 6 minutes now. Clock rolling. 1st and 10. Dresser Wynn shouting out the play. They're in shotgun. He's got a back to his left. He fakes the handoff, looks left, throws over the middle in triple coverage, and luckily it's incomplete. Throw was a little too high for the receiver. Not sure how he decided to throw that into triple coverage, but that's what happened. 2nd and 10, but we also have a flag. They didn't have that on the graphic right away. What's the call? They're still talking about it. 5:34 to go in the first. Okay, they picked up the flag. No foul. Not sure what. I'm wondering if they thought it was a late hit on the quarterback, maybe. Ooh, that was close, and he hit him high, and he fell over a guy who had fallen at his feet. A little surprised they picked it up. 5:20, 5:21, 18. 2nd and 10 in shotgun, 2 backs, 1 motions. He hands it to 34, who gets 5 yards down to about the 30. He fell halfway between the numbers and the hash mark on the left side. We got 5 minutes to go. And a 3rd down. Dresser win in the huddle. 4:50, 3rd and 5 as they break the huddle. Let's try to get the last few plays here. Yeah, Prince for 5 yards. That was the last one. All right. In shotgun, 2 receivers to his right and the back to the left. 1 receiver to the left. He rolls to the right and he throws downfield. I think it's caught unless he trapped it. Looks like it's a catch at about the 16-yard line and a 1st down for Memphis. All right, he was in shotgun, left hash mark, looked left, rolled to the right, stopped before he got to the numbers, and then threw a dart to number 18, who caught it. Good. Yep, had his arm under the ball as he hit the ground, and it is the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, 4:04 to go. Shotgun, they hand it off to 34. I think that's Prince, and that is a loss of 1 back at the 17-yard line. And we got 3:50. Clock continues to roll. Yeah, that's Prince, I think, who's number 34. Yeah, Prince for -1. So he's 34. 2nd and 11, 3:33 in the first. In shotgun. 2 receivers to each side, and he's got a back to his right. We got 5 seconds on the play clock. Looks like he's trying to audible. 2, 1, shotgun, back to pass, looking right, steps up, avoids the rush, and threw a low pass to 86, and he dropped it. I mean, it was like ankle high. And we're going to have a 3rd and 11 with 3:10 to go. Offensive coordinator is Noel Mazzoni for Memphis. Incomplete for Washington. All right, big 3rd and 11. The Birmingham crowd pounding on the side of the wall there. Front row. Shotgun back to pass. Looks, avoids a sack, steps up, keeps it, and he gets tackled just inside the 15. It'll be 4th down. So a gain of a couple. 2:30 as the clock continues to roll. 4th and 8. I assume they're going to send the field goal unit on the field. He was by the right hash mark, avoided a sack, and got tackled right in the middle of the field, right around the 15-yard line. So we have a 32-yard attempt coming up for Matt Coughlin, Coghlin. Here's the high snap, good hold, kick right down the middle at 2:02. We have an 11-0 Memphis lead, so probably bad news for anybody who bet the favorite. I'm sure the Birmingham had to be favored at home against a winless team. Yeah, so Coughlin from 32, he was good. And they gave Wynn a gain of 3 to the 14. Okay. All right, 32-yard field goal. Coughlin makes it this 11. 2:02 in the first. Alright, Memphis is offense has woken up a little bit. Alright, let's check in on Wolves at Rockford. Okay, still 2-0, meaning Wolves probably didn't get anything on the power play then. I mean, I don't know if they're still on the power play. I kind of doubt it. Oh, yeah, Aiden Thompson holding at 13-10, but yeah, we have a shot at 15-28, so. Man, Wolves got an uphill battle here. It's an elimination game. It's only best of 3. They lost game 1 at home Wednesday night in overtime. If you missed it here on Sinbin Stream. Or if you have Flow Hockey, or you could have watched it there, or over the air in Chicago. Not sure about Rockford. The Battle of I-90. Alright, should be almost back. We'll check the numbers after the next drive or so, see how the stats are shaking out. Should be decent numbers for Dresser win. Not so much for Case Cookus. No, they were showing highlights of, who was that, the Philadelphia Stars? Must have been the team Dresser Win was on previously in the USFL prior to the merger. Oh, Cookus was a Stallion. Yeah, he was in relief, I think, last week. Oh, yeah, he made that one great throw to set them up with a field goal to push the lead to 7, and they held on. Yeah, that was right. Alright, 2:02 still to go. Oh, let's change this. Provided they don't fumble the kickoff, it's going to be Birmingham ball. Here's the kick, right to left. It's taken short at about the 7 or 8. Return between the hashes, and now between the right hash and the right numbers, short of the 40, about the 37, where Cookus will lead the Stallions offense on a 1st and 10. All right. 1st and 10, right hash mark. They give him the 38. He's got shotgun back to his right. He motions him behind him to the left. Shotgun, handoff up the middle, past the 40. Cuts it outside, and he gets to about the 48. No, I'm sorry, 47. The first down marker is the 48. So 2nd and 1, good carry there. 1st down for the Stallions. 134 as they break the huddle. Come on, show. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. 122, here's the snap, another handoff, they get the 1st down up the left hash mark. They're going to give them the Memphis 48 as the clock continues to roll at 1:10. Cook is still 1 for 4 for 3 yards according to TV. Head coach Skip Holtz, I think, is he the offensive coordinator as well? I'm guessing because they're showing him. Under a minute to go in the 1st quarter from the 48 in shotgun. Another handoff to 23 to the left side numbers. He is stopped at the 45-yard line, which will bring up a 2nd and 7. They do have to run one more play before the end of the quarter. There's like 4 seconds difference. 25 and 21, yeah. Nope, let's refresh the play-by-play here. Have it up on the screen. All right, in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers each side, looking left. He sacked at the 50 and fumbled, but a lineman fell right on it. So that'll be 3rd and long when we start the second quarter from midfield. End of the first quarter. Birmingham trailing at home 11-0 on a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and field goal. Let's see if they updated the plays. We'll check the stats. I think I'm going to have to get some more water. Yeah, here it is. So Person, 9-yard run, 5-yard run, and 3 yards. So they had 2nd and 7 at the 45 and a 5-yard sack. He fumbled. Yeah, I think a lineman fell on it. So a big 3rd and long to start the second quarter. Let's check some of the numbers, shall we? Dresser win 4 of 9, 110 yards, a lot of that on a 78-yard touchdown. Cookus 1 for 4, 3 yards. Prince 5 carries, 21 yards, 17 was his long. Ricky Person Jr. 4 carries for 16. Marable 1 for 4. D. Anderson 2 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. Marable 1 catch, 3 yards. Let's see who got that sack. Steel Chambers, a tackle for loss. Forced fumble, Nasir Player, and he got the sack. And let's see. JoJo Tillery had a pass breakup. Gates had a tackle for loss. Pass breakups for Crowder and Issam. That's about it defensively. Special teams, the 132-yard field goal by Matt Coughlin. Isaiah Henney, 1 kick return for 24 yards. Mari Rogers, 2 kickoff returns for 65 yards, 35 long. Matt Mengel, 1 punt, 41 yards. Colby Wadman for the Stallions, 2 for 103, a 53-yard long. Punt returns, Henney 1 for 4, and Rogers 1 for 8. And for Packer fans, 1 target for Jay Sternberger. I got to leave this at the top because they'll start at the top for the second quarter. All right, I need a refill on water. I'll be right back. Back for the second quarter here. Oh shoot. Speaker got tangled. Alright, they're talking to Cookus on the sideline. Oh, let's get this into the second quarter here. Wow, 5:55 time of possession for Birmingham, 9:05 for Memphis. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Back to pass, looks, throws over the middle, caught for a first down at the Memphis 35. Birmingham going right to left this quarter. Good catch and throw on the play. And they're showing the replay. Let's see if they refresh the play-by-play. Nope, still got the first quarter. All right, 14:32. Clock rolling. 3 receivers to the right. Shotgun. Handoff to 11. Up the hashes near the 30. They'll give them the 31 where they'll face 2nd and 6. 14:14. Clock rolling. 2nd and 6. All right. 14 minutes to go. They finally break the huddle. In shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Fake the handoff, and it's batted down by a lineman. Incomplete at 13:44. So 3rd and 6. Good play by the Showboats defense. All right, here we go. Finally, they got this drive up. 3rd and 6. Clock rolling now again. They mark it in play after incompletes and roll the clock. In shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 2 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap. Back to throw. Looking. Throws to the left side. Incomplete at 13:10. Low and away. I think he was just throwing it away. Will they go on 4th, or will they elect to attempt a field goal? 13:03. I was going for Kane. All right. They are going for a field goal. 12:53 on the clock. Getting down on the play clock. 5 seconds. 4th and 6. 49-yard attempt from the right hash. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is long enough and good. 49-yarder from Memphis, I think. Yeah, hold on. We'll get a refresh. So, it's 12:35, and it's 11-3. Did I just... I already forgot. All right, let's refresh real quick. Yeah, Memphis, 49-yard field goal. 12:41, I think. Is that right? Yeah, it's 12:35. All right. So Birmingham gets on the board. Memphis gets the ball back after the kick, provided they don't fumble the kickoff. All right, let's check in on the Wolves. End of the first period. It's 2-0 Rockford. Unfortunately. Wow. All right. Man, Rockford's the one team they actually played well all year, too. They were 9-3 in the series. Rockford was 3-7-1-1, meaning they had 7 regulation losses, 1 overtime loss, and 1 shootout loss. I don't know if it's because they got all these Blackhawks back or what, but the Wolves are struggling. Carolina Hurricanes are in the playoffs. Maybe they still have a few Wolves players. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's do a quick wrap up here. 4 of 9 for win, 110 yards and a touchdown. Cook is 2 for 7, 18 yards. Prince still 5 for 21 on the ground. Person 4 for 16. That's Birmingham. D. Anderson 2 for 81 and that 78-yard touchdown. And for Birmingham, Kane 1 for 15 on 2 targets. All right, back from commercial. 12:35 to go in the second quarter. Waiting for Memphis to get set. Birmingham kicking right to left this quarter. From the 30, here's the approach. Kick is away. It's going to be short. Just hit inside the 20. Scooped up and returned short of the 30. They're going to give him the 29 at the left numbers. 12:30 to go. That just barely made the landing zone, I feel like. Yeah, I don't understand why the NFL, if they want less touchbacks, instead of moving touchbacks out to the 35 or whatever, they need to punt, TD, field goal the first 3 drives for Memphis. They need to move the kick from the 35 back to the 30. That's what the UFL is doing. All right, in shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. It's a handoff to the left side. He's got it. At least a first down. There it is. To the left sideline, number 36. Could have been an even bigger play, I thought, but they'll take the first down on one play. Dresser Wynn's family made the trip to Birmingham to see him play. They're showing them in the stands. All right, come on. Can we get back? In shotgun, 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws left side, incomplete and wide of the mark. They are at their own 41. Clocking, rolling again after the incomplete pass. 11:44 to go. They're still showing Dresser Wynn's family. Speaking of which, let me update this drive here. All right, in shotgun, fakes the handoff, looks right, pump fake, and he finally rolls out and throws it away, and we have a flag prior to that. 11:24. I'm assuming this is going to be holding on Memphis, but we'll see what the call is here. So that first rush was by Jackson for 15, and then Wynn, it was incomplete. They don't say who. Oh, fouls. 2 fouls on the play. Holding on Memphis and personal foul against Birmingham. So that'll wipe the play out. We'll redo 2nd and 10. Wynn is, they say 4 for 10, 110 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, he just did have that one incomplete. And they took this one back because of the offsetting penalties. All right, Birmingham was favored by 12. The over-under was 37.5. All right, 11:05, clock rolling, in shotgun, 2 to his right, 1 to his left, a back to his left, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws in traffic, it's incomplete. Big hit at the first down marker, which would have been the 49 of Birmingham. So they have a 3rd and 10. High throw, and he couldn't gather it cleanly, and then he got popped by the guy that I think got beaten for the touchdown. 10:40, clock rolling, 3rd and 10. They're still in the huddle. We got 8 seconds on the play clock. 7 as they break. 5, 4, 3. They're not set. 2, 1. That's the play clock. I'm assuming, yeah, they did. Memphis did grab a timeout at 10:24. That's the first timeout taken by either team. Nobody has used their super challenge either. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play here. Oh yeah, here's the offsetting penalties. There's the incomplete pass for Henny. And they have the timeout. All right, Memphis, 151 total yards. Birmingham, 37. But it's only an 8-point game. And tomorrow on Sinbin Stream, 8 o'clock, we'll have the Chicago Hounds, the rugby game. Tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central. They're on the West Coast. That's why it's so late. In shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up, throws in the middle. It's short of the first down at the 45-yard line. And tackled. There'll be a 4th down forthcoming, and likely the punting unit. Clock rolling, under 10:10. 10 to go in the opening half. 9:50, 10 seconds on the play clock. 4th and 5. On in punt formation from the 46. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. And it looks like it's out of bounds. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, wait, they did call it out of bounds. They're going to give him the 15-yard line with 9:30. Bama gets it, or Birmingham, apologies, gets it back at their own 15-yard line. So it was inside the 20. The punter did his job. Scroll down. 39-yard punt. Last catch was by Washington for 5 yards. Tackled by Russell. Oh, Russell and Issam at the 46. All right. Let's check in again. All right, still end of the first for Wolves at Ice Hogs. At 49. Yard field goal by Birmingham. Make it Memphis 11. Birmingham 3. Alright. Alright, we can check in on the numbers again. Dresser win again. He's starting this week. I believe that was a coaching change. He's 5 for 12, 115 yards and a touchdown, and a nice 78-yard pass. Case Cookus is in for the injured. Was it Corral? Matt Corral? Or do I have the wrong team? I forgot who got hurt. Apologies. 2 for 7, 18 yards. He was in relief late last week in a win. They were up 20-16. He converted a 3rd and long on a beautiful pass down the left sideline, which kept the drive going, and they ended up getting a field goal to make it a 7-point game, and they held on. All right, they're back from commercial. Punt, touchdown, field goal, punt for Memphis, punt, field goal, and 4th possession coming up here for the Stallions with 9.5 to go in the first half. All right, come on. What are we challenging where the punt went out of bounds, maybe? I don't know what's going on here. All right, maybe I can. I don't know if they were thinking about challenging something. I don't know. Looked like he was ready to call the play. I don't know what we're still waiting on. Still showing the Birmingham coach on the sidelines. Play clock's running. It's under 20 now. 1st and 10. Should be from the... no, it's the 25. I don't know why I thought 15. I that's not where I thought they... Alright, shotgun. It's a handoff up the middle. Gets it about 5 to the 30-yard line. Alright, so they even said here the 15. Was there a penalty they didn't... I don't know, Dean Blandino is explaining something. Yeah, they don't account for this. A 6-yard run by Maravel. 9:05, clock rolling. Alright, we got 9 even to go. In shotgun, back to his left. It's another handoff. And that went nowhere. They'll have a 3rd and 5 from the 30. Under 9 to go now. Alright, 3rd and 4. I guess maybe they gave him a yard. Oh, that's right. It was 3rd and 6. That might be a loss of 1. Nope. Now they said 5-0 for Marable. I still don't know how they got to the 25. There was no explanation. The 15 and 25. And at 8:45 on 3rd and 4, the clock is stopped because unfortunately a Stallion lineman is down. It looked like it was number 70. So they're going to take a quick break and be back. All right, let's check in AHL. Nope, still end of the first. I missed when they went. All right, you know what? Let's check out the NHL as well real quick. Probably more interested in that. All right, 3-2 Canadiens, second intermission. They trailed 2-0 in the series in a pivotal Game 3 at home. Devils up 1-0. They are also losing 2-0 in the series and are at home. That's after one intermission. And then later tonight, Kings are on the road. They have a 2-0 lead. And that's the 3 games on tap. Yeah, all the tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, all the games are on TBS True and Max. So, had I purchased ESPN Plus, I wouldn't get any games over this 3-game stretch where they're showing games 3s and games 4s. Game 3s and game 4s. Hopefully, ABC is going to get some games. Maybe if there's game 7s next weekend, I hope. We'd like to do some NHL playoff games. Alright, we'll keep an eye on those. Oh, they are underway in the second period. Hopefully the Wolves can get a goal soon. Alright, still a commercial for the UFL. But we will get back here. Hopefully that Stallions player is okay. Should probably see if the Packers drafted yet. I don't know. It's 2 hours in. Not sure. I would think. I don't know. Alright, they're showing player interviews from a segment here. Friday Night Football. Thanks for watching with me. Please click like on the video and please consider subscribing to the channel if you like what we do here. It helps out the channel. Thank you very much. Alright, 3rd and 4 in shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, a back to his left. Looking, you get pressure up the middle, throws to the back for no gain, out of bounds. And that was number 11, Marable. So, should be the punting unit coming onto the field for the hometown Birmingham Stallions here. Yeah, Cookus had to get rid of it. He had pressure right up the middle. The guy wasn't blocked, number 42. And he threw it to the back in the flat, but there was no place for him to go. There's the punt under heavy pressure by Memphis. It bounces short at the 30 and takes a Stallions bounce all the way to the 15-yard line at 7:55 to go in the second quarter. That's where Dresser Wynn will take over for the Showboats offense. Battle for first place between looks like DC and Arlington tomorrow. Oh, that's Sunday. Tomorrow is Michigan at St. Louis. That's at 6. And then, yeah, okay, they took them down. The other 2 games are on Sunday. All right, 1st and 10 for Memphis. Excuse me. Let's get the refresh. The Marable pass. Yeah. Wadman with a 54-yard punt because of the roll. Back to pass. Throws right. Down the sideline. It might be a leaping catch by number 9 or Or was it a tie? I don't know. What's the call? Still no signal by the ref. I believe it's a catch. I think the defender ripped it away late. It's number 9. Some hand fighting. Yeah, I think he got both feet down. 1, 2. Unless he was juggling it, I'm wondering if the Stallions will try to super challenge this. It is an official review. We got 7:27 to go. I don't know if this is a super challenge or if Dean Blandino just stepped in. It's hard to tell. Number 9 went up for the catch. He had it over the defender's arm. He had it high by his helmet, and then he came down, and the ball might have moved a little. So this might get called incomplete. Don't think it'll be an interception for Gilmore, number 22. Yeah, it was Adams, number 9, for Memphis. Good effort, whether it's a catch or incomplete. All right. Memphis ball, 7:27, 1st and 10. Didn't hear the call. I'm assuming it was a catch because they don't say 2nd down. All right. Dresser win in shotgun. He's got Prince to his right. 7:15, clock rolling. Ball is at the 37. Shotgun. Oh, he bobbles the snap. He's looking, throws left near the sidelines and out of bounds. 7:04. I don't know if he took his eye off it or if he bumped into the back, but he juggled the snap. Under 7 to go now. Mark it back in play. 2nd and 10 for Memphis Showboats. Let's update this drive real quick. Come on. Yeah, it was Adams for 22 yards, and they reviewed it. Shotgun. It's a handoff to Prince. He gets to the 40 and is roped down. Oh, they give him the 41, actually. 6:27. So, should be a 3rd and 6. It is. Under 6:20, clock rolling. Lachavius Simmons was the injured right guard, number 70. Oh, and they're taking him off to the locker room on a cart. That's too bad. All right, in shotgun, 2 receivers each side. He's got a back to his right. I assume it's Prince. Back to throw, looking, steps up, keeps it, takes a hit, and they're going to mark him short. I thought he got the 1st down. But this could be 4th and inches coming up. Not sure why this wasn't a 1st down. Yeah, he hit, and his shoulder hit, and it was the ball. He had it was his right arm. That's what hit down. I'm assuming that they're still out there, so they must have got the 1st down, unless they're going to go for it on. Oh, okay, they did some sort of review quickly, and 5 seconds on the play clock, 5:15 to go. Shotgun, looks right, throws almost a pick 6 by Gilmore. Holy cow, terrible throw to the right on an out route. Nearly a pick 6. Gilmore got 2 hands on it and it went through his fingers. Bad throw by Dresser win there. He got away with one. We could have an 11-9 game and point after pending. All right, 2nd and 10. 4 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers to each side and a back in shotgun. Either that's a delay of game or they got a timeout. It is a delay of game, so it'll bring up 2nd and 15. Or I'm sorry. Is it 3rd? Apologies. 4:38. It is 2nd and 15. I started to think it was 3rd for some reason. All right, let's get the last incomplete intended for Anderson. Yeah, Gilmore broke it up. That could have been a pick six. All right, clock rolling, 4:25. They're just breaking the huddle. 2nd and 15, under 10 on the play clock. 8, 7, 3, 2 to his left and right. Back motions out of the backfield to the right. He steps up. He's going to keep it, but at the numbers and get out to. I think he picked up to get back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and 10. Yep, 3rd and 10, just under 4 minutes to go. He's signaling as they line up. 3rd and 10, Birmingham would like to get a stop. 3:45, 12 seconds on the play clock. They're 3 for 6 tonight. Shotgun, back to pass, looking right, throws right, short of the first down. I believe it's a catch. And they give him almost the 45-yard line of the Stallions. We got 3:24. I'm assuming they're going to go punt, but because this would be almost a 60-yarder if they go, or they could go for it. They haven't showed the distance yet. It is 4th and 2. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. And they will get in punt formation. We got under 3 to go. There's the snap. Low snap. Gets the punt away. And near sidelines. Hits at the 11. And taken and controlled at the 6. They should give them about the 8, I would think. We got under 3 to go. Haven't seen the updated clock. Would be nice. Fox would put that back up. Or I'm going to have to get it off of Stallions lead this series 4-0. And they go to commercial. Well, thanks for nothing, Fox. All right, let's get the time off the website. 2:46 according to the play-by-play. And where did they mark it? The 8. Yeah, that sounded right to me. So good job by the punter there. All right, well, I'm going to look. Oh, gosh, 3-0. Well, sounds like the Wolves can pack it in and make their off-season plans. It's going to be tough coming back from 3-0. Oh, man. They could have just gotten that. What happened was they were up 1-0. Then Spencer Martin ended up actually own goaling. He actually kicked in a goal when the puck hit hard off the boards and came to the side of the net, and as he was retreating on his pads, he kicked it in with his skate. And then when Wolves had a goal in overtime, but the refs had blown the puck dead because they lost sight of it. The puck was loose, should not have been whistled. It's just because they couldn't see it, and then Rockford got the winner. That was Wednesday night, and unfortunately things are not going their way in Rockford tonight. All right, Canadians Capitals just about to resume the third period. 3-2 Canadians, 2-0 Washington in the series. Devils up 1-0, 14:54 to go in the second. Hurricanes on a power play. Hurricanes are the Wolves NHL team, or the Wolves are the Hurricanes minor league affiliate. And Carolina's up 2-0 in that game. Later tonight, Kings Oilers. Let's see what else is going on. No other action, no score, 1-1 and 3-2, the home team there. All right, we'll look at the stats in a little bit. They're back from commercial at the football game. Oh yeah, I gotta make this Birmingham ball here. A lot of shirtless males or dudes in Birmingham tonight. All right. Oh, they actually mark it back at the 7. Shotgun handoff on the right hash mark. He punches it out to They're going to give him the 12. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for Birmingham. 2:35. Clock rolling. All right, they're in no hurry. They got all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning still. 2:22 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 in shotgun, 2 receivers each side, a back to his right. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, looks left, throws, caught for a first down at about the 22. That'll probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And it is. All right. I'll have to refresh, see who made that catch. Refresh the play-by-play. 2-minute warning in Birmingham with the ball, but they trail by 8. It was 11-0 at one point. All right, so Person rushed for 5. Cook is through to, doesn't say. Great. All right, well, there's that. Underway here in the third in Montreal. Power play over for Carolina, or for the Hurricanes in New Jersey. Yeah, I would like to get to pay for NHL streaming, but I hate the idea of having to pay for Max and ESPN Plus. I already have NFL Plus, so I don't need it for, like, say, the Monday night games that are on. You know, I don't need to get ESPN Plus to see the Monday night games that are ESPN exclusives. A lot of times those are still on ABC as well. All right, if you joined us late, each team punted on their opening drive. And Memphis got a 78-yard pass to open the scoring. And then they were going for 2 from the 5. There was a pass interference on the conversion. And so they got the ball at the 1 after the penalty, and then they punched it in with a run. They later added a field goal. And then finally Birmingham got on the board with a 49-yard field goal, and they have the ball at the 2-minute warning, and they have all 3 timeouts remaining. Memphis had to burn 1 to avoid a delay of game. Neither team has used their super challenge. If you win your super challenge, you get a second one. Super challenge, you can call. They call it that because you can challenge like penalties that weren't called. All right, Cookus is 4 for 9, 28 yards. 1st and 10 from his own 22-yard line in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, steps back, looks, steps up. He's going to keep it and run it for a first down. Past the 40, 45, 50, and down between the 45 and 50. What a run by Case Cookus. 151. They're going to show a replay, and we'll see where they spot it. Should be inside the 50 into Memphis territory. Where are they going to get the first down? All right, they marked him at the 48. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up, throws down the left side, and it's high and out of bounds and incomplete. 1:31 to go, 2nd and 10. So big run for Cookus. That had to be 28, actually probably 30 yards. Oh, we have a flag though. Holding on Birmingham. So decision time for Memphis. I would think they would take the 1st and 20 and bump them back rather than just take the incomplete and face 2nd and 10. They did take it. All right, so Cookus was back to pass. It looks like the left tackle. Yep, he put a headlock, number 73, on for Birmingham on 93, and then he tried to release and make it look like he didn't do anything, but the ref was right there. All right, 1st and 20, back at their own 42-yard line now. Shotgun, back to pass, throws. Looks like it was caught. No, they're going to say incomplete. It was near the 50-yard line, halfway between the numbers and the left hash mark. 1:26 to go. Clock stops under 2 on incompletions and penalties and plays out of bounds. The rest of the time, they eventually spot the ball and then wind the clock. All right, in shotgun, 2nd and 20, 2 receivers each side. Back to pass and hit immediately, way back at about the 32 or 33. This is going to be 3rd and long. He had no time. Somebody got beat. The right guard got beaten like a drum. He just barely got his hands on him, and he just wrapped up Cookus and dropped him at about the 33. Good play by 92 on the Showboats. And this is going to be 3rd and forever. 3rd and 28. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Clock rolling. Shotgun. Pressure's on. He steps up to avoid it. He takes it. He keeps it. He's at the 45, 50. Cuts to the other side, and he's inside the 45. It'll be 4th down and decision time. They might just let the clock go down and then go for it. 22 seconds, I believe. So Cook has held on to it. And he tried to stiff arm a guy. Got him in the mask. And he went down. It's near the 45-yard line. Oh, 10 seconds. 9. What are we doing here? Now they say, what the hell? He's mad at his assistant coach. 4 seconds. 4th and 6. What the hell? Are they going to go for a Hail Mary, or are they going to go for a long field goal? That was a strange call. The head coach is clearly unhappy, but I don't know. I think he wanted to try and go for the first and get a closer field goal. Now, all right, he had a 61-yard field goal when he was at Missouri, Memphis. All right, here's the last few plays. Cookus for 22. Sack for -8. Before that, incomplete. The holding. And then, the Cookus 30-yard run. So he has 52 yards on the ground just this drive. All right, 63 yards from the left hash mark. Maybe Memphis uses a timeout to ice him. We'll see. Each team has 2 timeouts and their challenge. All right, they're ready. There's the snap. Here's the hold. The kick is going to be wide right. Nope, it's short too. Returned out of the end zone. To the right, to the near side, up the sideline. He's beat. Holy cow! He's got some blockers. He could go all the way for a touchdown off a missed field goal. Henny over 100 yards. And now the coach is going to be really upset. Holy cow, what a play. Good heads up on the return. That's why you don't go for... Makes you hesitate on these long field goal attempts at the half, because something like this could happen. All right, do they not get a chance to go for 2 because there's no or whatever? I don't know. Let's see if there's any discussion going on here. Oh, the Stallions are scrambling to replay. They've got an injury. I guess they're trying to see if anybody got blocked in the back. So it was taken just before the back of the end zone. Yeah, he was like 8 or 9 deep. Wow. Short field goal? You mean on a long field goal? What are you talking about? I don't know what the announcers are saying. I don't think there was anything to challenge there. And wow, Memphis change things around here. The kick was online. It was from left to right, and then it kind of just died. It like faded, a little bit of a slice. Okay, he is going to use a super challenge. I guess he's grasping at straws here to see if he can find an illegal block in the back. Yeah, they don't have the yardage on this return. It was incredible. He had a good blocking. Wow, what a return. All right, so they are under review. There's a 2-point attempt coming. That would put them up, if they're successful, it'd put them up 16. Oh, okay. I don't know. Did they not use their challenge? I don't understand because they didn't take the dot away. All right, from the 5 in shotgun. Fakes to the right, finally throws it to a back. Oh, it's a double pass. I don't know if it went backwards. It's intercepted by Birmingham, and he is tackled. So, oh no, they lateraled it. Oh man, they're going to get maybe a safety. And we got holding in the end zone, maybe. Oh my gosh, what a play. This is a disaster. What a terrible ending to the half for Birmingham. They had a realistic chance to score. Oh, yeah, we got pushing and shoving, too. They had a chance to make it 11-6. I mean, I don't know how. But it was strange because they had a 4th and 6, and they made no attempt to call the timeout earlier. And then they send the kicker out there for 63 yards instead of trying a Hail Mary, and it bites them. And now we got chaos on this failed 2-point pass. It looked like, I don't know if the pass went laterally or behind, because it was definitely a designed double pass. Or what, And they threw it, and it got tipped up and intercepted. Or does the UFL allow those as like a double pass? I don't know. We'll find out. What's the call here on this penalty? Oh, wow. So it is halftime. It is 17-3. Birmingham gets the ball, and there's going to be a penalty enforced because it was a face mask, I think, after the play was over. Okay, they have about a 12-minute halftime. It's 8:30 p.m. Central Time. This game should resume about 8:42, and huge play on that missed field goal return. It had to be 108, 109 yards. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they put that in their play-by-play, but yeah. Okay, it is 108. That's what they called it on TV. Isaiah Henney, what a play. I wonder if he was out there deliberately. He had to have been, just for this possibility. I doubt he's on field goal block units. He was probably out there. So, 108-yard missed field goal return. Three halftime. 2-point conversion failed. And that's where we're at. We'll take a look at the stats in a little bit. Going to take a quick break. Let's check in on the Wolves. They're still down 3-0, unfortunately. NHL, it's 4-3 Canadians. They're still on the power play. Oh, yeah, that game was 3-2. Now it's 4-3. 12:27 to go in the third. 1-0 Devils at home against the Hurricanes. 6:45 in the second. All right. Let's put up the halftime numbers. And I'll take a quick break. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they don't have it in the play-by-play. That's crazy. The TV had to say 108. All right, there we go on the numbers. All right, I'll be right back after a break. And yeah, it should be. I believe Memphis started with the ball. Birmingham gets it in the second half because they said that penalty would be enforced on the second half kickoff. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks for joining. Oh shoot! I didn't refill the water. What a bonkers game so far. We are back. About 8 more minutes till second half resumes. Oh yeah, I should see how the draft is going. Water in a minute. Had to fill the Brita pitcher. Alright, so total yards 201 for Memphis, 101 for Birmingham. 145 for Memphis. Passing 86 rushing for Birmingham. 2 penalties, Memphis. 3 for Birmingham. First down, 7-4, Memphis. Memphis is 3 of 7 on third. Birmingham's only 1 of 6. All right, nobody went on fourth. Time of possession favors Memphis. 2 sacks for Memphis. 3 tackles for loss, Memphis, and 1 for Birmingham. All right, on offense, Dresser wins 7 of 16, 145 yards, including a 78-yard TD strike. Case Cook is 4 of 10, only 28 yards. And for Memphis on the ground, Prince, 25 yards, 6 carries. 17 for Jackson, 14 for Wynn. For Birmingham, Case Cookus on that last drive. Okay, they made it 51. It was 52. 2 big runs, a 30-yarder. Person has 5 carries, 21 yards. Marable, 4 for 14. He's had trouble getting going. He's been good in their other games I've done. D. Anderson for Memphis had the big 78-yard touchdown, 3 for 89. Adams, 1 for 22. Washington, 2 for 20. And Lassiter, 1 for 14. Isaiah Henney had the big missed field goal, 108-yard return just before halftime. All right, and Deion Kane for the Stallions, 1 catch, 15. Camp, 1 for 10, and Marable, 2 for 3. Not much for Birmingham. Cookus, 2 carries is 51 of their, how many yards? Total. He's got half their yards with his feet out of the 101. So not much offense, hence only the field goal. And that was a 49-yarder. And then for whatever reason, it was 4th and 6. They had it was under a minute, but probably 30 seconds. They let the clock go all the way down to 4 seconds, called a timeout, and then lined up for a 63-yard field goal that was short. It looked good as it was going, and then it kind of just sliced to the right, as the kicker's looking at the goalpost. And that's when Isaiah Henney grabbed it 8 yards deep in the end zone and took it out to the near sideline, would have been his right, and ran it the distance. All right, let's check in on the defense. We got Steele Chambers, a tackle for a loss. Nazir Player has a sack, a tackle for a loss, and a forced fumble. A lineman got that. They're showing the 49-yard field goal by Harrison Mevis. And Hall, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass breakup. They batted 1 down at the line. Now for Birmingham, tackle for loss, Gates. Pass breakup, Tillery and Gilmore. Gilmore gave up the 78-yard touchdown. Also, Issam and Crowder with a pass breakup. Yep. They're it's 8:39. I'm sure they're going to take one more commercial break before they resume. But we'll see. Now, does this get into any sort of return on that missed field goal? See how no. Wow. Too bad. That was a great play by Henney, though. 108-yard touchdown return. So, drive summary. Memphis, a punt, touchdown, field goal, punt. And for Birmingham, punt, field goal, punt, missed field goal, which led to the Memphis 6 points. They failed on the 2-pointer. And that took it from, it was 11-0, 11-3, and then the 6-yard, they got the 6 points on the 108-yard return to make it 17-3 and failed on the 2-pointer just before half. And that's where we sit at halftime. All right, let's check in on the Wolves. End of 2, still trailing by 3. Not good. Probably the final 20 minutes in the Wolves season, unfortunately. It's too bad. I was hoping I could do some more of their home playoff games if they were on. All right, 5-3 Canadians now. Trailing 2-0 in the series, but looking good with 6:37 to go in Game 3 in Montreal. Devils in New Jersey, almost up on the power play, 1-0 late in the second, 2:15. Later tonight, and Carolina on the road, and leads 2-0 in the series. Kings on the road in Edmonton to take on the Oilers. They lead 2-0. All right, I need some more water, and I'll be right back because I think they're about to kick. They're still at commercial. Whoops. I want to check in on the draft real quick if I can before they get back from commercial. Either that or I'll just do it after the game. Oh, wow. Both starting goalies got injured in that Caps Canadians game. That's unfortunate. All right, looks like, yeah, they're getting ready. I'll have to check the draft later, which is fine. All right. I am sure they're asking the coach about what the hell just happened. I guess they're just talking about Case Cookus. And I want to point out the negative. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure why you go for a 63-yard field goal. I know these UFL guys UFL kickers are trying to show it off because, you know, they've got a decent chance to catch on in the NFL, but they just cost themselves, you know, another 6 points. All right, the kick right to left, taken at the 6 on the numbers near side, taken between the hashes by number 3. He gets hit at about the 27-yard line. Now, Case Cookus takes the field, trying to cut into this 14-point halftime deficit. And they didn't even show the clock. Let me refresh the website. See what we got going as far as the clock. They say 14:52. Yeah, it did take a little bit on that return. All right. It is 14:54, so they're not even right on their own website. 20 seconds on the play clock. Cookus making the call in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to his right. On the 42, back to pass, he just throws it in the ground. He had a lot of pressure up the middle. I don't know if that was really near anybody. I thought they could have called grounding on that, maybe. I'm not sure what Cookus was looking for or beefing about. Let's get a refresh here. All right. 14:33, clock rolling after the incompletion. Clock stops on incompletions. Under 2 minutes in each half, in case you haven't watched before. 3 receivers to his right in shotgun. Looks right. It's a handoff, though. Number 23 up the left side, and he's got a first down. He's out of bounds at about the Showboats 45, and they are pumped, finally, for a big play in Bama. Or, sorry, Birmingham. I keep seeing BHAM and thinking Bama, but it's Birmingham. All right. 14:03, clock rolling. Under 14 now. 13:52, snap, back to throw, looking, steps up, and he gets his arm hit as he threw. I don't think it's a fumble. No, they're marking it incomplete. And the dang dogs are going crazy at my neighbor's house. Wonderful. All right, so what happened? He got rushed, grabbed by his waist. Oh, he hit his own lineman on the shoulder as he threw it. How is that not? I mean, I guess they counted that as forward motion. 13:30, clock rolling. 2nd and 10. 13:20 now. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, in shotgun, empty backfield. Back to pass, looking left. Steps up from the left hash mark and carries it to the 41, bringing up a 3rd and 6. 13:05. It's 3rd and 6. Under 13 now. Clock rolling. Looks like they're going to huddle. All right. Yeah, they're at the 41. 3rd and 6. Again, Birmingham before the game favored by 12. Over under 37.5. 12:40, clock rolling, 5 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Looks right, throws, first down, inside the 35. So Cook is getting warmed up. Birmingham looking a little better on offense. But they trail by 14. Again, the last play of the half was a 108-yard missed field goal return by Memphis to make it a 14-point lead. In shotgun, 3 to his left. It's a handoff to the left. He gets maybe 1 to the 33-yard line. Under 12, clock rolling. Oh, there's 2nd and 9. They gave him 1. Under 11:50. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. Yeah, Marable, 1 yard. Yeah, he's had tough sledding. All right, 2nd and 9, 11:35, 12 seconds on the play clock. 2 to his left, 3 to his right, empty backfield. There's the snap, back to throw, looks right, throws, almost a pick 6. The Memphis Showboat, number 33, I think it's George. No, I can't read it, sorry. Could have had a pick 6. Bad throw by Case Cookus. Guy just stepped in front of it. They were trying to hit Jay Sternberger on an out to the near sideline. I can't read his name. Apologies on the back. Number 33, though. Good play for Memphis. So we're going to have 3rd and 6. Who got the breakup? Oh, Guerrer. Shotgun, back to throw. Looking right. Throws over the middle. Downfield in the end zone. I think it's caught for a touchdown. I think he got both feet in. It is. Birmingham finally hits pay dirt. And it's a 17-9 game, an 8-point game, 10:49 opening drive of the second half, and they strike. And that's number 81 on the catch, and that's what was that? 41 yards, 33 yards. Apologies. Yeah, great catch, both hands, and held on before he like hit the padding on the goalpost. It was right down the middle, and ball came loose as he hit the stands. All right, they're going for 2 from the 5-yard line. 2 receivers each side, a back to his right, in motion from left to right. Now is one of the receivers. 3 to his right, shotgun, looks right, steps up. He's going to keep it. He's at the 5, the 4. He's tackled down short at the 1. Yeah, he's just been ducking and running. If his first read isn't there, he's been just taking off. But they do cut the lead back to, they get that 108-yard missed field goal return back and make it a 8-point game again. Yeah, Cookus to Thomas. Yeah, apologies, I forgot they were at the 33. Wow, what a game so far, though. All right. It'll be Memphis ball, provided they don't fumble the next kickoff. All right, let's quickly check around. Still end of 2. Not looking good if you're a Chicago Wolves fan. Might be the end of their season. They're down 1-0 in a best of 3. And this is an elimination game. They need at least 3 goals in the final 20 minutes, and they can't give up anymore. All right, Devils up 1-0 after 2 periods. Canadians holding on 5-3. They're on the power play with 4:23 to go. And again, later tonight, Kings Oilers with the Kings up 2-0. The road team's up 2-0 in all 3 of these series. 4 games tomorrow, 4 games Sunday, 2 more on Monday. As they play like game 3, game 4. Oh yeah, let's see what the failed, the rush. Yeah, 2-point conversion. Cookus rushed up the middle to the 1, tackled. All right, let's let's take a quick look at the numbers while we're still at break. Win 7 for, well, that's his halftime numbers. Let's update Cookus. 6 for 15, 68 yards, and now a touchdown. Cookus 55 yards rushing. Person 34. Let's go to the apologies, just the Stallions. 33 yards to Jordan Thomas, his second target, and he gets a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Deion Kane has 2 grabs for 22. 15 long. All right, they're back. Yeah, great catch. Good throw. That was the opening drive of the second half. Again, just before halftime, Birmingham lined up for a 63-yard field goal, missed it short, and it was returned 108 yards by Memphis to make it 17-3 at half. And now the opening drive, they drive down for 58 yards and get a touchdown. There's the kickoff, left to right. It's going to be fielded at about the 8 between the numbers and the right hash, and returned up the right hash past the 25, maybe the 26, 27 if he's lucky. Big hit. That's pumping up the special teams unit for Birmingham. All right, head coach is talking to Cookus on the sideline. All right, come on. Let's get on with the game here. Again, if you bet it before the game, it was Birmingham by 12 was the spread. 37.5 over and under. Shotgun. Win, throws, complete. There's a flag on the play. First down at the 40 if the play stands. On the right hash mark. But I'm wondering if this was... It is a holding, so... It's going to be 1st and 20 from... Where were they? So 1st and 20 from their own 16 now for Memphis. 10.5, clock rolling. They mark it in play, clock rolls after penalties, incompletes, and plays out of bounds until it's under 2 minutes. All right, in shotgun, back to either side. Throws in the flat to the back, and this is going to be a loss of 2 back at the 14-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 22. But we got some pushing and shoving, and we have flags down. So what's the call here? As they interview Cookus on the sideline, I'd rather see the refs discussion, but all right. Still waiting. Personal foul against Birmingham. And I think one on... it's going to be... what's the call then? It is going to be 2nd down? Maybe after the play was over? All right, 2nd and 23 from their own 13-yard line. So the play counted, and it was after the play was over. Under 10 to go. Handoff to Prince at the left hash mark. He breaks a tackle past the 20, leaps ahead to almost the 25. Good run by Prince. That looked like it was going nowhere. He turned something out of nothing. He broke a tackle on a hit Then he broke another one and went forward for a few more yards in the air on a dive. All right, under 9.5. We got a 3rd and 12. So that was like a gain of 11, I believe, on the ground. But we got 9:25 and the clock stopped. Not sure why. Play clock is stopped as well. 3rd and 12. They haven't said if it was a timeout or if they're reviewing something. Nothing. No indication here. Yeah, we're heading to. It looked like Wynn was heading to the sideline like it was a timeout, but now he's back on the field. All right. 9:15, clock rolling. 3rd and 12 from their own 24-yard line. Back to pass, looking right. Throws towards the sideline, almost picked off near the first down marker. 9:07 to go. Stops briefly on the incompletion. Now it's rolling. 9:05 to go. Bad throw by Dresser Wynn. And Memphis is going to punt away on their opening drive of the second half following the touchdown drive by Birmingham to open up the second half. All right, 8:47. Punter is on. He's on the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Steps forward. The punt is away. Number 3, back to return. He takes it at the 39-yard line. Short punt. Up the right sideline near the 40-yard line. I think they'll mark him about the 42 of Memphis. So terrible punt, good return, and Birmingham in Memphis territory already. And they never showed the time, or I didn't see it before they took it down. All right, 8:27. Is that right? I'm thinking it's right. Wow. Well, everything was looking Memphis's way in at the end of the half or at halftime with a 14-point lead, but Birmingham's starting to wake up a little and could be trouble if you're a Showboats fan, hoping they break their 4-game losing streak. Plenty of time for both teams, but yeah. 37-yard punt. How long was that return? Yeah, 39 to 39? They gave him... No, from... At the 40. So that was a 21-yard return on only a 37-yard punt. That's 16 net. That is awful. All right, they're underway in the third. Could be the last period of the 2024-2025 season for the Chicago Wolves. All right, we have a final in the NHL. Maybe they added an empty netter. Doesn't look like. Oh, wait, I'd have to go all the way to the right. That was a power play goal. All right. 6-3 Canadians get into the series, now trailing 2-1. They win Game 3 at home. Trying to see if... Oh, yeah, Ovechkin did score tonight. Wasn't enough for the Caps, though. Oh, Suzuki scored. That's Ryan Suzuki's brother for Montreal. Ryan is on the Wolves. This is Nick. All right, still 1-0 Devils. Still second intermission. Other game should start in a little bit. All right. 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff to the left. He gets to the 40, maybe the 39. Yeah, I don't know what the play-by-play was doing. That's wrong. Yeah, they changed it to the 42. All right, 8:15, clock rolling. Birmingham ball. 2nd and 7. Again, Birmingham was favored by 12. And the over-under is 37.5, in case you have some money on it. Shotgun, back to pass, looks left, throws. Oh, incomplete. He was going to Kane, number 8. But we have a flag, so this is probably DPI on Memphis. Unfortunately, if you're a Showboats fan. All right, let's get a quick refresh. They should have that 3-yard run. Cook is pat. Wait. What? Catch made by Marable for 2. I thought it was a run, but all right, whatever. Oh, man, Kane could have caught that despite the interference. All right, that's a 15-yard penalty. Memphis has 4 for 45. Birmingham 3 for 19. Talking penalty. 7:35. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Unless it's a spot foul. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking. Steps up. He's going to get sacked back at the 35. Nobody must have been open. You know, protection was there, but then somebody caught up to him from behind. All right, in shotgun, he had back to his right. He went out to do a route. 5-on-4 blocking, and the right end finally got free and took him down. 40. Another player was there too. 6:55, clock rolling. 2nd and 16 from the 35. 4 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Back to throw left. Caught by Kane. He's down to maybe the 26, so it's going to be 3rd and at least 6. 6:35, clock rolling. Under 6.5 now. Deion Kane, 3 catches for 31 yards. 6:20, 3rd and 7, they're saying. So maybe he only got to the 27. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. They gave him the 26, and they got to get to the 19. 3rd and 7, 5 seconds on the play clock. 6:07 to go. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws down the field, near the end zone. It's picked. Oh, no, the guy ran out of bounds at the 1. I mean, good for Memphis that they picked it, but he wasn't able to stop his momentum or stay in the end zone, and he went out of bounds at, like, the 1. Bad throw by Cookus. I don't know what he was seeing there. And Memphis gets a stop and the ball back, but they are in the shadows of their own goalposts. Great interception on the overthrow, and he just stepped right out of bounds at the 1. So it will be Memphis ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he definitely got his feet in and had control. Number 7 on the interception. Bad throw by Case Cookus, unfortunately, if you're a Stallions fan. All right, so on that drive, yeah, it was a rush for 3 yards. They had it wrong initially. Then a penalty on a DPI for 9 yards. Then he got sacked for -6, bringing up 2nd and 16. Kane got a pass for 9, bringing up 3rd and 7, and Cookus just threw an interception in the end zone, and it got returned to the 1. They still don't have the interception up here. All right. Still no score for the Wolves. They're still down, trailing by 3. 2-0 Devils early in the 3rd period. Yeah, 1:17 into the 3rd. They take a 2-0 lead as they trail 2-0 in the series. Again, Chicago Wolves not looking too good. Still plenty of time in this football game. We're around the 2-hour mark. Can't remember if it started like 7:07 maybe. Yep, intercepted by Walker, number 7. He went out of bounds at the 1. Yeah, great interception. Unfortunately, stepping out of bounds at the 1. Not good for Memphis. All right, they're interviewing the guy who just made the interception, I believe. Yeah, number 7, Eli Walker. That's Memphis's first takeaway in Game 5. Wow, and a good time to have it there too. 3rd and 7, with Memphis probably in field goal. Birmingham probably in field goal range. If Cookus doesn't throw it away, they could have made it a 5-point game. All right, play clock is rolling. It's at about 20, and he overthrew. It was tough for Kane. Was kind of looking over his shoulder. He got turned around, and they missed the snap. We got a penalty. Birmingham thought they had a safety, but they were so busy showing the interception, they completely missed the snap. Actually, it's a false start, no play on Memphis. Snap infraction, they called it. So from the 1. Oh, the center false started before he snapped it. Actually, it was fumbled. It could have been a Birmingham touchdown, but play didn't happen because the center false started. All right, 1st and 10 from their own maybe half-yard line. Yeah, the ball's barely out of the end zone. They're in shotgun formation this time. 2 receivers to his right, a back to his right, and a receiver to the left. It's a deep handoff, and he gets maybe the 1. He might get the penalty back. We'll see where they spot him. Wow. I'm assuming that was Prince on the carry. No, it wasn't. It was 36. I think Prince is 34. 5:40 to go. Clock rolling. 20 seconds now on the play clock. 2nd and 10. 5:30 now. In shotgun, same formation. A back to his right. There's the snap. They fake the handoff. Throw the right side. I believe it's caught and out of bounds at the 28 by number 18. And, we got a lineman hobbling as he tries to get back. 5:18 to go as they're going to spot this inbounds. Or spot it. A good route to the outside, like a corner route. 18 hauled it in. Good catch, and they get out of danger zone inside their own, 1 yard line. 5:02, 5:01, 5. Shotgun, 2 backs. It's a handoff to the right, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss of 3 back at the 25-yard line on a run to the right. We got 4:27, clock rolling, 2nd and 13, right hash mark, shotgun, back to pass, steps to the right, throws at the right hash mark, out to about the 30, they'll give him the 33, bringing up 3rd down. They haven't said the distance yet. It's got to be about 5. 4:02. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. All right, 3rd and 4. This looks like 5 to me, though. They're at their own 33, and they got to get to the 38. Oh, long pass down the right side by the numbers and well overthrown by Dresser Wynn. 3:44 on 4th and 4. At least they got some good field position by picking up that 1st down, so they didn't have to punt from the back of the end zone. Oh, and Wynn got hit in the back. I don't know if it was late or not. All right, here's the shot. The punt. It's away and caught at about the 18, up the far sideline. They should mark him about the 25, I believe. Let's see. Oh, shoot. They took the clock down. Okay, 3:17. Birmingham trailing by 8. They get the ball back. What I already forgot. Yeah, about the draft. Yeah, I'm surprised Sanders is still... I'm assuming he hasn't been picked yet. I thought second or third, they were saying, either by Oakland or... Pittsburgh. But, yeah, what about Cleveland? What do they got going? Are they just going to ride with, who do they got? Flacco, and they picked up Kenny Pickens? I mean, that's your plan for going into this year? You just re-signed, what's his name? Myles Garrett, sorry. You know? Is he going to be happy with that quarterback room? Do you still think, what's his name, Deshaun Watson's ever going to recover from his latest round of injuries? I mean, and Pittsburgh, are you still going to wait on Aaron Rodgers? Are you going to go with Spencer, or Mason Rudolph? Sorry, wrong first name. 2 last names, I picked the wrong one. Rudolph, and I forgot who else they have. Yeah, just puzzling. You know, Saints, what are they doing? Carr is hurt. He might not be back. They can't be serious about going with, I can't think of that guy's name. Apologies. And then the Raiders, you know, I have no idea who the Raiders quarterbacks are. You know, Giants got their quarterback late first round after trading back in. So yeah, should be interesting. I'm happy that the Packers got a wide receiver for the first time in 23 years. All right, they're showing Cook is taking hits. Yeah, Memphis defense has really showed up tonight, and they got a special teams touchdown. If you just joined us, they returned a missed 63-yard field goal attempt by Birmingham. They took it 8 yards deep in the end zone and returned it all the way for a touchdown. Sacks allowed. Week 1, 8. Birmingham. And tonight, the other 3 games, none, and 3 tonight. All right, handoff, left hash mark, past the 25. They'll give them the 26. That'll be a gain of 3, bringing up 2nd and 7. As Cookus gets the call from the sideline. He's in the huddle. Now they break the huddle. 2:54 to go. 2:50, 15 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass, throws left at the 30, make it the 29. Well, they're going to give him forward progress at 30, and unfortunately, the receiver is slow to get up, so we got a stoppage at 2:37 as they tend to the receiver who just caught the ball. I can't see the number. Let's see if I can get it on the replay here. 87, I believe. He caught it. You know, he had to sit down to make the catch on the low throw, and he got hurt. Saints drafted. Oh, okay, thanks. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot the Raiders had signed Geno Smith, but you know he's not your long-term solution. I mean, how many years are you committed to Geno? 2, 3? I guess they can ride it out. They don't need to, but I thought they had been a possibility for Shador. And yeah, I didn't realize the Saints had drafted that quarterback. How does Rodgers? Yeah, I don't know. He's probably jealous. I mean, Favre didn't get many either. He got Javon Walker in 2002. All right, 2:15 shotgun. It's fake handoff. Cook has kept it, ran it up the left hash mark, short of the 40, and slides down. Gives himself up for the first down. 2 minutes to go in the third. Birmingham huddles up. 1:55 as they break the huddle. 1:50. All right, we got a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 3 receivers to his right in shotgun. Back to it's actually a handoff to the back. He punches it out to a gain of 4 at the 42-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 6, under a minute and a half to go in the third. Memphis is up 17-9. If you don't see my little thing up there, I can show you here on the play-by-play page as well. All right. 106 in shotgun, 3 to his right, 2 to his left, empty backfield, back to pass, looking right, throws, and it's incomplete, broken up on 2nd and 6, out near the 47 of Memphis. Good defense there by the Memphis defender, bringing up 3rd and 6. Maybe Memphis can get a stop. And that ball was thrown a little to the outside of number 17. The guy who made the pick, number 33, is the one that got the pass breakup. All right, 33 seconds. Clock rolling. 5 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 6. We're seeing the coach. 2, 1, 0. That should have been a delay of game. Wow, complete for a first down at the 50. Inside, down to about the 41. Come on, that was delay of game. I wonder if you can challenge that with a super challenge. We got 12 seconds as they show the replay. That might be the last play of the third. Wow, I can't believe that wasn't delay a game. Are they going to get a chance to challenge this? All right, 17-9 Memphis after 3. All right, let's see that last completion on the play-by-play. So we are 3 quarters down, 1 to go. Cook is to Davis for 17 at first down. They should have had a delay of game. That wasn't really even close. It wasn't like zeros, a beat, snap. It was, whatever. All right, we'll go to the stats in a minute. Let's check in on Rockford. Oh, man, they added another one. Well, good-ish season, I guess, for the Wolves. They made the playoffs, but that's it. They finished 4th in the division, and they get swept 2-0 in the best of 3 by the 5-seed Rockford Ice Hogs, with 4 defensemen that appeared on the Hawks roster this year. And Drew Comesso was also up when they had an injury at goalie. He was backing up Soderblom before they got Spencer Knight. All right, we gave you the Canadiens 6-3 win earlier over the Caps. Hurricanes get on the board 2-1, 11:08 to go in the game. Oilers up early 1-0 on the Kings, 14:47 in the first. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. Through 3 quarters, 243 yards to 201. Yeah. Birmingham had that touchdown drive to open the third quarter, and that's it. Time of possession is evened out. Looks like, wait a minute, is that 45 minutes? Not quite. Yeah. There we go. So a lot of passing yards for Memphis, 180 on a 78-yard pass is almost half of it. And 122 on the ground for, they're starting to balance out. They got 98 passing. 3 for 9 on third down. 5 for 11 now for Birmingham. They've converted third downs here in that drive in the third quarter. All right, checking the numbers. Dresser win 9 of 20 for 180 and a touchdown. Case Cook is also 9 of 20, 98 touchdown, but a pick at the one or in the end zone that got taken out of bounds at the 1. 63 yards rushing by 3 running backs, or I should say 2 running backs, and Dresser win. Oh, I think we do have a super challenge. I think Memphis is challenging that should have been a delay game. So we'll see what this call is. We could be going back in time to the third quarter as well. Unless they just let the... Oh, call stands. Are you kidding me? All right, Memphis is done then with super challenges. You got to win your one and only one to get a second. Wow. If they were... All right, going right to left from the 41-yard line, left hash mark, in shotgun, 2 receivers each side. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, looks, throws to the back, up the middle. He takes it to the 30, maybe the 29. That's where they're going to spot him with a first down on the right hash mark. Under 14:50. Oh, apologies, I didn't put end of third earlier. I thought, I was assuming there was going to be a review and got distracted. All right, 14:40 to go in the fourth. They break the huddle, 14:33. 3 receivers to the left, which one of is Jake Sternberger, the tight end. 1 to the right, a back with him in shotgun. It's a handoff to the left side. Cut back, takes it maybe 3 yards to bring up 2nd and 7. Let's try to get this play-by-play going. Nope, nothing yet in the fourth. I think because of the challenge, they're going to be a little slow to update that. 13:59, clock rolling. 2nd and 7. They're lined up. Shotgun. Back to pass. Looking. Throws into the end zone. Oh, Kane got one hand on it. Incomplete. Couldn't get the other hand on it. Little too much under that throw by Case Cookus. Kane got one hand up and got his fingertips on it, and that was it. I don't know. It may, what do I know? If he dives, maybe he comes up with it. I mean, that's a tough catch either way. Under 13:30. We got the 3rd and 7 from the 25-yard line, the left hash mark. 4 seconds. Back to pass. Throws. Oh, it's batted down at the line of scrimmage by the Memphis defense. That's at least 2 today that were batted down at the line of scrimmage. Hall rushed. Oh, that was Hall for 3 yards on this drive. Oh, Marable had the 13-yard run. He finally broke one. He had been struggling on the ground. All right. And they're going to send the kicking unit out. Harrison Mevis for a 43-yard attempt. He made a 49-yarder earlier, missed from 63. Here's the snap. The kick is on the way, and it is good from 42. 12:43 to go, and we got a 5-point game. So another tight game in the UFL. $12:43 to go. Memphis will get the ball back provided they don't fumble the upcoming kickoff. All right. Mevis good from, they're saying 43. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably right. All right, back to, yeah, it's all over, but yeah. Under 5 to go in the Wolves 24-25 season. A short out in their opening round. Not looking good. Decent game or decent season, I guess, but disappointing they can't even, they beat Rockford. They had 9 wins, 3 losses against Rockford in the regular season, and they're going to get swept 2-0. It's unfortunate how game 1 went at home in overtime, but they didn't even show up for game 2 in Rockford. All right, 7:52 to go in New Jersey. Devils up 2-1. Oh wait, Canes, as we're looking, tied it up 2-2 with 7:40. Sebastian Aho on a power play goal at 12:20 in the third. So they're up 2-0 in the series. They just evened it up with 7:40. Again, the Canadians make it a 2-1 series with a win at home in Game 3 tonight. And the Oilers are still up 1-0 early on in the game, 11:42 to go in the first. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with his first playoff goal of this season. McDavid his 4th assist. All right. So it was at one point 17-3. That was at halftime. Suddenly it's 17-12 early in the fourth quarter. I guess there's some NASCAR drivers at the Birmingham game tonight. Looks like they had some failed attempts at field goals earlier. Looks like Blaney was good from about 20 from the 10-yard line. All right, Memphis has the ball on the tee. He's going back for his run-up. UFL, they kick it from the 30, which not sure why the NFL isn't going to do that. Instead of bringing up where the touchback is taken. All right, here's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 6, up the near numbers. Number 33 on the return. He's past the 40 and almost got to the 45. Almost broke it. He had like one more guy to beat before he got tripped up. 12:37 to go in the game. Dresser Wynn going to take the field with a 5-point lead. They have struggled in the second half, specifically Wynn. 3 of 5 for 32 yards only. And they've struggled to get the ground game going. Again, one of their touchdowns was on a 108-yard missed field goal return for a touchdown just at the halftime, or as time had expired. All right, in shotgun, back to his left. It's a handoff up the right hash mark, past the 45. I think they're going to give him the 47. Bringing up second down, under 12.5 to go. 12:22, that's right. 2nd and 6, so give him a gain of 4. Alright, we'll refresh the play-by-play in a minute. Alright, in shotgun, motions a receiver from right to left. It's a handoff to Prince. He's got the first down near the 41-yard line. Nice carry on the right side. Good play by Memphis. The handoff to Prince. He took it up the right side. Tackled at about the 40, maybe the 41. We'll see where they spot him. All right, 11:33. Clock rolling. Under 11.5 now. 10 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10. I'm sorry, the 46. I think I said 41 by mistake. Shotgun. It's a handoff to Prince up the left side. He's inside the 30 for another first down. 2 big runs by Prince with 11:10 to go. If you bet Birmingham, you gotta, especially to cover, you gotta be getting a little worried here. Over under. Let's see. Still under. But good field position for Memphis now. Good carry by Prince up the left side. 10:42. They break the huddle with 3 seconds. I don't know if they're going to get this off. There's the snap. And Prince is stuffed this time. Back at the 30. They're going to give him the 32 on forward progress. That's a loss of a couple at least. 10:25 clock rolling. They got to the line late. All right, 10:20 still rolling. All right, we got 10:10. 10:05. They still got time on the play clock. 10 seconds. 10 to go. In shotgun, 2 to each side and a back. Fakes the handoff, throws left. It's caught at about the 26, bringing up third and about 7, I think, after that loss. 9:40 to go. Still in the huddle. All right, in shotgun, 3rd and 6. Back to pass, throws over the middle. 86 picks up the first down. They're going to mark him at about the 18. 1st and 10. And apologies, didn't see the clock. Let me refresh the play-by-play so we get... So 86 caught it, had the first down on 3rd down. I think that's Washington, if they updated already. Yeah, Prince -3. All right, we got 8:45 to go. 8:40, 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, faked handoff. It's a keeper and he gets dropped for a loss. It's a keeper by Dresser Wynn, and that play went nowhere. Clock rolling, 8:25 to go as they show the replay. Win in shotgun, faked the handoff to the back up the middle. He rolled to his right and got tackled at about the 22. So that should be about 2nd and 14 once they get back here. Yeah, -3. 2nd and 13, they're saying. 8 minutes to go. 4 on the play clock. In shotgun, 2, 1. There's the snap. Back to throw. Dumps it to the back. Prince, who takes it up the right side. Inside, touchdown, but we got to hold on. We got a flag. This might be coming back for a hold by a downfield receiver, unfortunately. So hold on. Big catch and run by Prince, but I think it was all for naught. It is holding on Memphis, and this is going to be... Wow, that's a huge, costly mistake by the Showboats. Yeah, 86. Yeah, 86 was the guilty party. There was a lineman down there, but he wasn't holding. 7:48. This is going to be 2nd and 17. I guess it was a spot foul because they didn't mark it. Yeah. All right, 7:48. Not sure why the clock isn't rolling. I thought they marked it in play for everything once they spot it. But shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up, almost sacked, throws it, completes it in the middle of the field to number 4. He gets it back to maybe the 21 to bring up. It's still it's going to be 3rd and long. But boy, if they could get that field goal back, that would be huge, even if they have to settle for that. So they can't afford a sack here on 3rd and long. We got under 7:20 to go. Let's see this last play here. Yeah, okay, they still haven't updated after the penalty. All right, 3rd and 13. I guess it was no gain at the 21. Shotgun, back to pass, looking left, throws, caught in traffic at about the 14. So it'll get them closer for a field goal attempt. So good play. Not enough for the first down. It's 4th down. We got 16:45. Clock rolling. 4th and 6. Let's see if they got the last pass. It was Adams for 7 on 3rd and 13. All right, left hash mark. 32-yard attempt coming up from Matt Coughlin. He made from 32 earlier. 6:24, a late sub. Oh, they have too many people in the huddle. Lineman came on late, and they got flagged for illegal substitution or too many men on the field. Oh, what was that? They should have burned a timeout. It's going to be 4th and 11 now. 37-yarder now. Torres, 79, was the guy who came on late to the field. Man. All right. Now, 37-yarder. Holder is waiting. He's ready. Here's the snap. A high snap. Good hold. Kick is right down the middle from 37. 6:16 to go. Back to an 8-point game. And the lead for Memphis. Again, 6:16 to go. Stallions have all 3 timeouts. And they have their super challenge. Memphis, I believe, was trying to challenge for a delay a game and lost. That was at the end of the 3rd. Yeah, Coughlin from 37 after the too many men on the field penalty against Torres. Didn't matter. Coughlin had it, no problem. All right. Looks like it was either 4 or 5 to nothing. They just added a goal late. That's it for your Chicago Wolves season this year. Apologies. Couldn't do it. It was on Flow Hockey. Kind of glad I didn't sit through this mess. Yeah, they did get an empty netter. Good luck to Rockford, I guess, but I don't have access to Rockford games, and I'm not going to pay for Flow Hockey. It's $12.50 a month if you pay for the year, $30 if you don't. So it's kind of rich for minor league hockey. I know you get a lot of leagues, but I could pay for ESPN Plus or something at that rate. All right, 2-2 with only 45 seconds to go in New Jersey. And the Oilers have opened up a 2-0 lead. 5:48 to go in the first. Bouchard with the goal. Draisaitl the assist. The other one was Nugent Hopkins from Hyman and McDavid. Sebastian Aho tied it with a power play goal in the 3rd for the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are the Wolves' parent team or their NHL club. All right. 6:16 to go. Birmingham about to get the ball back if they don't fumble the upcoming kickoff here. 9:40 p.m. Central Time. Game is about 2.5 hours old, but these fourth quarters go pretty quick until there's the kick until the 2-minute warning. There's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 7 by the near numbers. Taken on the return to the right hash, and he is met at the 24 and tackled with 6:09 to go. Case Cook is trailing by 8 once again. They were down 14 at half, but 8 on 2 different occasions now in the second half. All right, do we get the kickoff on the play? There we go. They say the 25. All right, in shotgun, back to pass. Cook is looking, throws over the middle, caught by Kane at about the 37. Forward progress should be a first down for Birmingham. 5:57 to go. I don't know if they're going to go hurry up. Yeah, they're kind of... no, they're in a huddle. They break the huddle. 5:45 to go. No, they're saying 2nd and 2. I guess they're saying he gave himself up. I thought they gave him forward progress. In shotgun, it's a delayed handoff to number 11, and he should have the first down near the 37-yard line now. 5:27, clock rolling. in theory, they could take the lead. They could get a touchdown and go for 3 from the 10-yard line to take a 21-20 lead. We'll see when we get there. 5:10 to go now. In shotgun, 2 to each side. He motions the back out to the right. Steps up to avoid the rush. Rolls right. Nearly gets sacked. Incomplete off of number 11's hands. Out of bounds. Bringing up 2nd and 10 with 5 minutes to go. See if they updated the play-by-play. Yeah, Marable. I think he's number 11. Yep. Clock back rolling after they mark the ball in play. 4:50 to go. In the huddle on 2nd and 10. 28 dropbacks, 3 sacks, 10 knockdowns for Cookus tonight. We got 8 seconds on the play clock. 4:37 now to go. In shotgun. Motion. Fakes the handoff. Throws down the right side. Well overthrown near midfield. Marable wanted something, but nothing doing. We got 3rd and 10. Huge play here for Birmingham with 4:23 to go. And now the clock is rolling. It's under 4:20. 4:15. 3rd and 10. What's the call here? They break the huddle. 5 for 12 on 3rd down tonight. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Gets the snap, steps back, under pressure, throws to the right. It's a wobbler out of bounds at 3:54. They're going to have to punt. They have all 3 timeouts. And not a good drive for Case Cookus, or maybe the old line for not blocking well and giving them time. Clock rolling. You know, they might want to think about hustling out there for this punt. They need to get the ball back. They're taking their time. 3:35, and they still haven't punted it away. This is craziness. 3:30. Punt formation. Wow, 3:25. There's the snap. High snap. Good punt. Driving deep inside the 20 at about the 18 by the near numbers. Taken to the left. Or, I'm sorry, to his left and tackled at about the 26. 3:12 to go. Memphis has 2 timeouts. Birmingham, all 3. Plus they have their super challenge. But a couple first downs and this game might be over. 2, I would say even 3 for sure, right? I think they really only need 2 first downs. But we'll see how things progress here. 46-yard punt by Wadman. Henny returned for about an 8-yard return. 18 of the 26. 1 win in their last 13 games for Memphis. They're 0-4 so far this season. All right, we got Dresser Wynn at quarterback, a receiver to each side, a receiver to his right, 2 to his left, a back in the backfield with him. I think the tight end is on the left side. Maybe shotgun, hand off to Prince, up the middle, he gets 1 to the 27. See what Birmingham elects to do here. They're letting the clock go. We got under 3 minutes remaining. Memphis in no hurry. Where should they be? 2:50. They break the huddle. 2:45. 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. It's a handoff to Prince. He gets maybe a yard to the 28 to bring up 3rd and 8. And Birmingham will use their first timeout at 2:36 to go. They have 2 remaining, so does Memphis. Memphis burned their super challenge. Birmingham still has theirs, but I believe everything is a booth review under 2 minutes anyways. All right, so Prince for 1, bringing up 3rd and 8 from their own 27-yard line. Dresser Wynn has the call. He's going to relay it to the huddle here. A little chilly, otherwise I'd show off my Lambeau Field shirt here. Where the draft is going on. All right, in shotgun, Prince is to his left. Three receivers to his right, one to his left. Back to pass, looking, steps up, rolls to his right. And he throws down the field, and incomplete. But did he get there early? Number 9 sure thinks so. 2:28. But as soon as they spot it, this clock's going to roll on 4th and 8 unless Birmingham burns their second timeout because of the UFL rules. And number 9 came back to the ball. And, yeah, that guy's early. He was all over his back. But Memphis doesn't have a super challenge. Oh, that's too bad. So, clock rolling. They're going to have to get it off before the 2-minute warning. And there's going to be a delay of game unless they burn a timeout. Nope. Punt is away. Clock rolling. And caught on the punt at the 34. Up the middle. He's... just tripped up at midfield. I think that's the only guy he had to beat. And Birmingham's going to come away with great field position following the punt. It was Amari Rogers, former Packer. Oh, yeah, Memphis had the ball. I didn't put the asterisk. We got 1:55 to go. They're already in Memphis territory, trailing by 8. They have 2 timeouts remaining now. Wow, not a good special teams coverage unit there. Punt coverage. Ooh, it was a bad punt, too. 27 yards, and Rogers returned it. It doesn't say how many yards, at least to the 45, but where did he field it? Yeah, Amari Rogers was nothing for the Packers. And we got Hurricanes at Devils in New Jersey. They are headed to overtime in Game 3. Canes lead 2-0 in the series. They got the game-tying goal from Aho with 7:40 to go in the third on the power play. The Oilers got on the board. Kempe with his 4th of the playoffs in Game 3. Assist to Doughty and Kopitar. They're in a 4-on-4 late in the first, 1:34. Earlier, Canadians beat the Caps to 6-3 to make that a 2-1 series lead for Washington. All right. And tomorrow night, please tune in at 8 p.m. Central to Sinbin Stream here on YouTube. I will have the Chicago Hounds on the road. They are a Major League Rugby team. Gonna see what I can do with rugby. All right, still at commercial. I need a little bit of water yet. All right. Just about set. They're showing replays from earlier in the game. All right, let's get the play-by-play back up here. Wow, unfortunate punting. Wins first touchdown pass in 889 days. Cookus, yeah. Yeah, that Henny missed field goal return for 108 yards for Memphis. That was the play of the game. 1st and 10 from the 46 in shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, a back to his left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap, back to pass, throws left. Caught for a first down by Kane at the 35-yard line. 1:49, but he was in bounds. The clock will roll shortly. It is rolling. From the 35, 1st and 10 in shotgun, 2 receivers each side again. Here's the snap, back to throw, and he throws it in the ground short of the back. There was rush coming on, and that'll stop the clock with 1:37, bringing up 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line, trailing by 8. Let's see if they got the first catch here on this drive. Cookus to Kane for 11. Yep, and then incomplete for Person. 8 consecutive home wins. They last lost in May 13th of 2023. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, throws long, down the left sideline. Incomplete, overthrown to number 13. And no flags. There was a little bit of contact, but no call. We got 3rd and 10 already. Obviously, it's 2 down territory. But 3rd and 10, 2 timeouts, 1:31 on the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock. Coach is still getting the call in. 15 seconds now. In shotgun, 10 seconds. 3 to his right, 1 to his left, and a back. Takes the handoff, steps up. He's going to keep it. He's at the 30, and he dives just inside the 25 for the first down. That is Case Cookus on the dive. Clock rolling under 1. Nope, it stops at 1:23 until they can spot it. Or did they use a timeout? Nope, now it's rolling. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Memphis. Shotgun, 5 receivers, back to pass, throws on an out to the 20 to Davis, number 13. That'll stop the clock with 1:10 to go. 2 timeouts still for Birmingham. All right. Cookus on an 11-yard run on 3rd and 10. All right, we got shotgun formation from the 20. Fakes the handoff. Oh, pressure from the left end. Throws it to the back, and he's tackled at the 15. That's number 11, Marable. Clock under a minute now to go. They still have 2 timeouts, but they got 3rd and 1 here coming up. 50 seconds in shotgun. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Cookus on a keeper. He's got the first down inside the 10. Slides down near the 5 with 42 seconds to go. 42 seconds. A 1st and goal from the 5 coming up. Okay, they marked it in play. Under 40 to go now. Cookus with the call in shotgun. 30 seconds to go. Shotgun, back to pass, looks to the right, throws to the end zone, caught. I don't know. He did get both feet in, they say, with 25 seconds to go. And that is Marlon Williams, number 17. So we got a 20-18 game. What do? Go for 2 or go for 3 to take the lead? Do they play for potential overtime, or do they go for the win at home right here? Yeah, I believe he got both feet in. All right, let's get a refresh real quick of the play-by-play. Maybe they got it. They are going for 2 in the tie. I mean, I guess on the road you would think about 3. It is, you're talking about the 5-yard line versus the 10-yard line. So, and the Stallions are going to have to burn a timeout so they can think about it. All right, Stallions only have 1 timeout. They have the Super Challenge, but as far as I know, I don't know if you can do that in the last 2 minutes. I would assume it's all booth review. So we got a 20-18 game. We got a 2-point conversion coming up. And the game is on the line for Memphis, who's 0-4. Hasn't won very many games over the last 2 years. Catch, right foot. Left foot? Was that left foot in? I don't know. They had to have reviewed it. All right, here's the catch. Right foot down, and you can't see the left because, wow, do they have another view? I mean, I think he's in, but it was close. That left toe was close to being out of bounds. Great catch, great concentration. All right, we got shotgun. 4 to the left. 4 to the right, 1 to his left. From the 5s, back to pass, looking, throws in the end zone. It's caught. We have a tie game. Sternberger hangs on and didn't like it that the defender was trying to take the ball away. But Jay Sternberger with his only catch today. And I don't think it counts on a two-pointer. Big two-pointer, though. A game-time two-pointer with 25 seconds left. And gotta admit, wasn't really looking forward to overtime. But we got 25 seconds and 2 timeouts. Maybe Memphis can do something here. Yeah, Sternberger kind of shoved the defender. Good concentration, good catch. It was well after the play, though. So I can't blame him. All right, so let's show that. So they go for the tie at home, and they convert. Cookus to Sternberger. Well, let's see what we got. So they've hit the over. Bama's not going to cover. That seems to be... the only thing in doubt is if you just bet them straight up and didn't bet the spread. Well, if you're betting Memphis to cover, that's still in play. All right, 25 seconds to go. Kicker is on his approach. There's the kick. It's away. Down to the 2-yard line, in between the hashes, returned. Penny to the 25, the 30. He'll be wrapped up. I think he's short of the 35. We got 18 seconds to go. So maybe they can get 2 quick plays and 2 quick timeouts and get in field goal range. We'll see. 2 timeouts for Memphis. Only 1 remains for Birmingham. And apologies, Memphis has the ball. All right, we'll get a refresh, see if they get the Henny return here. Win is 15 of 27, 208 yards and 1 touchdown. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 34. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. With a back, rolls to his right to avoid the rush. Has to throw late over the middle. It's caught for a 1st down. Call timeout. Call timeout with 9 seconds. They picked up a 1st down. That took a lot of time. They're going to have to get something quicker to have any chance to get into field goal range here. He had to roll to his right. All right, they have each team 1 timeout remaining. Not sure where they're spotting them. It's got to be, it's still in their own territory. So they need a deep pass. They should go over the middle. That was late and over the middle, and he got away with it. Oh, yeah, touchdown and 2-pointer. 2-pointer. Made it 20 with 25 seconds. I think. I don't remember. All right, in shotgun. 1 to his right, 3 to his left, and a back. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws left side, caught! Oh, did he get his feet in, though? They call it a catch at the 39. Holy cow. What a play by the Showboats. But this would be, holy smokes, a 57-yarder. Should they get a chance to attempt this? We will see. I'm sure they're reviewing this. Number 18, catch. Oh, it's very close. His left toe. If his heel didn't come down, it's a catch. Lassiter, I think. Lassiter Jr. I'm sorry, not Jr. Lassiter the second. Memphis, I think, used their last timeout on that play. Don't think they had to, but they did. I guess give them extra time. They say the 40... No, that's not right. 16 yards. 16 yards. All right. Should be, a 57-yarder. To potential 57-yard... scratch that. 57-yard game winner attempt coming up here for Coughlin. Does Bama call it their last time out to ice him with 4 seconds? Here's a high snap. Kick is on the way. It's way right. It had the... No, it didn't have the distance. Did they call 22 out of the back of the end zone. They didn't let him return it. Dang. Okay, he was a little short and a little bit to the right, much like the one that ended the first half. And we have free football, to use a hockey term. End of regulation. And we have overtime. I do not know the UFL's overtime rules, so this will be new to me, too. All right. All right, we'll look quickly at the NHL scoreboard. 2-2 in overtime early. Canes and Devils. 2-1 Oilers up, first intermission. All right, let's take a quick look at the numbers. Dresser, well, did they get through regulation yet? Is this 60 minutes? It is. Okay. All right, 2020 headed to OT. All right. Missed a 57. Missed Memphis, I should say. Memphis missed a 57-yarder. 57-yard field goal at the end of regulation. All right, win 17-29, 235 and a touchdown. Cook is 15-33, 145, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Let's see. Yep, Sternberger with the 2-pointer that tied it. All right. Did we get okay? Best of 3 format. Teams alternate place from the 5-yard line. Successful scoring attempt results in 2 points. What the hell? If there is tied after 3 rounds, sudden death to decide winner. What the heck is this? I have no idea what's going on. All right, I'm just going to have to watch and update it. So Memphis starts with the ball. We know that. So they're OT first. Okay, it's from the 5-yard line. Shotgun, back to pass, looks left, throws incomplete in the end zone, but we do have a flag for DPI, presumably. So, did they get first? Did they get a 2-pointer from the 1? I assume that is the call. Yep, it is DPI. No idea if we're going to get any play-by-play here in overtime. It was a in route by 4. Yeah, he got tangled up. Early contact by 36. All right. So Memphis ball. I believe it's going to be marked at the 1. We're showing Cook is talking to the coach. All right, Wynn is in the huddle. The line of scrimmage is the 1-yard line, the left hash mark. In shotgun, he's got Prince to his right, 3 receivers to his right, and 1 to his left. Back to pass, looking right, steps up. Oh no, he's trying to look. It gets knocked down. It's caught by a lineman. No, it's incomplete. Incomplete, and Wynn is on his hands and knees. He is... Wow. So, we do have a flag. They must have roughed the quarterback. That was a late call. There was no indication. Yeah, Wynn is in some pain. Hopefully he's all right. Is that... Okay, what are we going to call here? Personal foul, roughing the passer on Birmingham. Wait, they're giving them the 2-pointer? I'm so confused. Did the lineman catch this and get in? It thrown up in the air, knocked in the air by Birmingham. Yeah, and did the lineman didn't catch it. It bounced. I don't understand why they said the try was good. I'm lost here. All right, let's refresh. Do they have overtime plays? They do. They haven't updated yet, though. All right, what's Dean Blandino saying? I have no idea. So they gave him the 2-pointer. Okay, I think they're challenging that it wasn't a late hit. What? Oh, okay. They want offsetting penalties, I guess. They think that there was offensive holding against the defensive player number 96. Oh, brother. The best of 3. What the... this is so confusing. Oh, boy. They're probably going to win this challenge. Be pretty hard for Dean to deny that. Oh, no. 90 was held. Why did he say 96? They got the wrong... Wait. Was it 90 or 96? I don't think they... It's 90. They clearly said 96. Does that factor into the play? They had the wrong number. Holy cow, what is going on? Yeah, he just said it's too late. I asked for the wrong number. It was 90. Oh my gosh. After review... I don't understand. They got a successful try for roughing the passer. I'm so confused. And the Birmingham coach said 96 instead of 90, so they didn't get the holding call. I'm so lost. So I believe Birmingham is now going to set up for their 2-point attempt. So same end of the field, so they don't have to walk around. All right, from the 5 in shotgun, Case Cookus. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, a back to his left. Back to pass, looks left, steps up. It's a keeper. He's going to be short. Yeah. They thought they had broke the plane with the ball, but he was on his back before he could reach forward with the ball. So it should be Memphis's try. It's a best of 3. Obviously, the Birmingham coach is upset. They're out of challenges or super challenges. Cookus, yeah, he got hit. He goes down his shoulder. Ooh. Maybe his shoulder wasn't down. Oh, they didn't finish the replay. It looked like his shoulders might not have been on the ground, and he was like here, reaching over his head to break the plane. All right, I got to listen. This is so confusing. All right, well, it's like a NHL shootout. It's best of 3. We are on to the second round of OT. All right. And Cookus, like I said, it was hard to tell if his shoulders were on somebody or if they had come down. I believe they said they did. All right, Dresser Wynn and Prince onto the field. This is attempt 2. I guess I could put that up. Attempt 2. Attempt 2 in OT for 2 points. It's a best of 3. That's news to me. All right, let's take out that. Attempt 2 overtime. I have no idea if they're updating the play-by-play or not. Does not look like it. Yeah, they don't update it in overtime. All right. Still some discussion going on. What just happened? 31 is being sent off the field. Didn't hear what they called. Yeah, they had to do a sub. Somebody had to come out of this for this try attempt. All right. In shotgun, 2 to his left, 1 to his right, a back to his right. In motion, back to pass. Throws back of the end zone, out. Incomplete. Did not get his feet down. I don't even think it was close. I don't even know what they thought could have happened. All right, where 88 went up in the air, caught it, neither foot came down. No, 88 is Wilson. He got his left foot down, but it was after his right foot was out. All right, we're attempt 2 for Birmingham. I still don't understand. So after a personal foul, roughing the passer, they were awarded the 2 points. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe that's deliberate to deter them. All right. Second attempt for Birmingham. In shotgun. Back to pass. Cookus is looking. Throws in the end zone. High and incomplete. They wanted interference. They're not going to get it. So Memphis could convert on the third attempt in overtime, and this would be over. But if they don't, Birmingham will have a shot. Yeah, so this is intended to be a quick overtime. But I can't believe it would go sudden death then after 3 attempts. That would really stink. Or does that mean each team gets an attempt? I hope. Because that would be weird. All right. Dresser Wynn on the field for the third attempt. Attempt 3 of overtime. And it is from the 5. You're trying to get 2 points. In shotgun, 3 to his right. Back to pass. Looks, throws. And it's caught! Held on! That should be the game. Shouldn't even need the final attempt for Birmingham, because they cannot win the game. That is a final in overtime. It went to the third attempt. 2 of 3. 0 for 2 by Birmingham. And they get the upset on the road for their first win of the season. And first in a bunch of games dating back to last season. First home loss for Birmingham in almost 2 seasons. It was May of last year, so a couple weeks short. Birmingham drops to 3-2. Memphis improves to 1-4. We can show you the standings real quick. Yeah. Birmingham 3-2. They drop behind the Panthers, who are 3-1, and they'll play tomorrow. Memphis up to 1-4 behind the Roughnecks, who are 1-3. First career win for Dresser Wynn, 17-29 on the night, 235 yards and a touchdown. So, no more unbeatens. That ended last week when the Brahmas got their first win of the year over the DC Defenders. And no more winless teams as the Showboats get their first win of the year in week 5 to get to 1-4. Huge win for their franchise. Big loss for Birmingham. They're going to be hoping for a Panthers loss this week. One more quick of the NHL scoreboard. Still in overtime in New Jersey. And just underway in the second. 2-1 Oilers. Alright. That's going to do it. 24-20 in overtime. The Memphis Showboats get the win. Please join us again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. We will have Chicago Hounds Major League Rugby for you. My rugby debut. Once again, 24-20 Memphis with two-point conversions in overtime to take the 4-point win in overtime. It's a best of 3 from 5 yards. Didn't need the third Birmingham attempt because they could not tie it up after failing on their first 2. That's it. That'll do it. This is Sinbin Stream signing out. Thanks for joining. Have a good evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow. If not, we will see you here next Friday for more UFL football and 7 p.m. Central. Thanks for joining. Have a good one. Take care.